Okay. Is it working? Hmm. Hmm. Hello. Hang on a second. Hello. Okay, it's working. Wow, my computer is about to take off. I need a better setup. This is really janky. This is really janky. I need to set it up better. Hello. My computer is on fire. There we go. You already are the top fan. You got 25 experience. Hell yeah. Be my moderator. I have to prepare. Make this a bit smaller. Okay. Okay, that works. I was going to redo my nails, but I was so busy setting this up because apparently it's very hard. Hello, hello. I don't know if my voice could improve. But we will see. Hello. Should probably set this up before I go live. Okay, I'll be right back. Very professional. Indeed. If you have not gotten a wet towel, you can use like some paper towel instead of the sponge, and then wet the paper towel, and then use a parchment paper. Instead of like the custom ones, because you don't really need it. You don't really need to buy one, but if you do, it will fit better. You don't have to like custom made everything. But it is possible to save money. Water thingy. Usually, I would have two water pots, one for just regular color and one for metallic. Because metallics can, when you wash it in the same pot, it will seep into the other colors, the other brushes. Today we'll finish this guy. Why is it? Should it be upside down? Oh my god, it's upside down. Why is it upside down? That's okay. I'll change it next time. Last time we did his face. That was the last thing. Oh, like this? Okay. Yeah, that's better. I have not varnished him, but we did his face last, and I glued it on. But I still need to do another wash. So what's left is a wash for the armor, edge lighting, edge highlighting, and then the jewels for the top and the badge here. And then I will repaint this base and then do the base over here. Yes. I have to do this. Oh, looks pretty good. Okay. And then after that, after we're done with that, we will assemble this guy. Yes, he is very yellow. There. So hopefully it will not take me 10 hours, but we shall see. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Um, This feels very professional. So I kind of love it. But I use different brushes for different types of paint. I use the sable one for regular colors. And the synthetic one for metallic colors. Because I do not want to ruin my sable brushes with metallics. They're really hard to clean. This is the sable. I wonder how I can clean music with this next time. I will figure it out later. The synthetic one is cheaper. So I can ruin it without doing bad. Because you can buy a whole bunch of cheap like these for synthetic. And I don't even, I should wash it, but. Greetings! I am just cleaning some of the brushes, like I should have done before. What did we say we're going to do with this guy? I'm going to do the base first, because while the base is dry, we can rewash this. Yes. Calgar! There he is. Yep. So quiet. I don't know how to play music. Okay. Mm, I usually go to place on the box, because the box, this one looks kind of like off-white, maybe bone white. I do have some bone white skeleton bone, so it doesn't look the same. But I can mix it with what's it called? This tone. It's a little bit. I also use another brush just to mix the paint. Mm. Then I ended up splitting it. It is. I don't really care about trash. Mm, Is it reliable safely? As long as the brushes really have a new spray there. And even then you can always paint over it. That's why I keep saying that you should not be afraid to mess up painting because you can always paint it over that color later, or if you see the mistake fast enough, you can just use a cotton, um, like a food tip to paint it. Or just wet another brush and then wash it away. Oh my god, is it ASMR? Like, can you hear my computer? Because it's really loud right now. Can you hear the paint? I have to test this before, but I just said YOLO and did it. Whatever. It's called raw content. Raw. Last time I just stood up, oh, what kind of white noise? What does it sound like? Because I'm sitting right underneath my the vent of the AC, so it is going. I should probably figure out how to play music. Hmm. Noise gate setting. Oh, like an elixir? Mm. 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 Is it bad? I don't know how to do it. Okay. I don't want it to be not horrendous. Uh, mm, Hmm. Okay, okay. Sorry. But I do want to play music. If I play it on my phone, it's going to sound annoying. So I recommend you open music on your own. Just play something. Okay. Looks good. Now I can do the washes. Usually I would do the contrast first and then a wash on top with like a darker color. Like this blue wash. It's good different. So I'm gonna mix some neon oil in here. For the second layer. So it's a bit like that. But before that, I'm just the contrast. This contrast is a bit more pigmented than washes. So I like to do the first layer first. Mm. And then cool. This blue is not really okay. But it's a bit dark. In contrast, it's so pigmented. So this is the part where you don't really want to mess up. But even if you mess up, it's okay because you can always paint on top of it. But this blue is like a bit more purple too. Like this is blue. Let me mix this up. This should be the consistency of the water and contrast. And then, yeah, it's a lot better. Okay. I messed up. Yeah, I did. Ooh, I like this green one. Yes. See how much stuff right here? In a smaller area. It's better to use small. So the smaller brushes goes like where the smaller areas is, because especially with contrast paint, the stain, even then you still can't stain. Oh, I just noticed there's a piece of like a band, like a cloth here that should be a different color. I did not see that before. The first stream was really clear on it because I only had my phone popped up and I couldn't see anything. So dark. Now I can see it. And blue, and wood, probably fix the audio. Like all these small ones, these small edges, if it's a synthetic brush, it would have been a lot harder. So I just save both of them. But I haven't used synthetic for so long. I didn't even know that Saber was a life changer. The difference in the blue is not that terrible. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But yeah, the contrast is it was flat before. Oh, last time, the last stream, I was doing this and fire effect with the panels in the back. Cool. Mm. Like it never happened. Cool. I thought Calgar could have emissions of containment and space on the and then they appear and then so cool. But he has more trinkets in the game than he does in this model. Like he's all decked out with metal and a bunch of red ropes around him. A rod of seal. Like you know how in the military when the higher rank you are and the medals you have, he just looked like he just walked out of like a metal shop. Has all the stuff on him, like on here, but not a lot on this model. Indubitably, not a lot on this model. But I fix this panel. To be able to contrast with the super pigmented instead of the gradient. On this thing, to equal things, do not equal. You can do it. Okay. And these, I'm going to do a couple of clips. This is a larger area, and so it's harder to use just a brush. It's easier to do an airbrush if you need a larger area and not mess up. That's why airbrush is really useful. But because I've already glued them on here. I want to airbrush it on. I want to use airbrush because it will stay with it. And with the base, you can get away with more paint because I'm going to put like a glass and stuff on it. The box doesn't really show you the detail on the face, but I assume that this icon here is oh, I think it's too bright. Do you realize how how much the color popped out on camera. Okay. We do a wash over. Oh, actually, there's some shell casing on here that I can heat on first. Hmm. Oh, what am I doing? I have a handle to hold this. I forgot. Um, this thing. And do this. This has to be down, so I'll fix that later. Yes, shell casing. Here's the fix. Oh, that's a whole. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Wait until I do the paste. That's a new technique. As I develop different things. Shell casing. Now it's very coffee. Man, this is so cool. The only annoying thing about Space Island 2 is everyone pronounced the word lieutenant as lieutenant, and it irks me every time. I don't know why they do that thing. It's a bit amazing. Okay. Shell casing. Okay, I'm gonna wash this down. Right, there's another layer of wash on blue, and then I can wash the base. This is the dark wash. This is where the blue really not in that color. And the contrast also helps cover up the mistakes from earlier that I did here. I cannot believe I actually hit this place. Usually I just put a well, the bell well, and then the face is like not put the ice to work with. That's kind of what I do. Cool. Oh shit. Yes, shit. Yeah, well, this thing is a bigger one. There is a smaller one. This is for the 32 millimeter days, which is this. 35. Because you see how this base is a lot bigger? This one holds smaller one. But I don't know. I know that it's made for that, but I don't like it when I'm basing because it's pinching this area. I can't paint the edges, so I have to hold it anyway. So the solution is these are 3D printed that I stole from my friend Raul. He also painted, so he doesn't paint as much as I do, so I stole these from him. But it's just like this is a this space is 3D printed, and this is a bottle cap that he put on, he glued on, and then this on top is just glue tack that you can slap it on like this, and you can hold it more comfortably. But this is too small for this guy, so I have to use the other one. But for the smaller one, like instead of this, you can use this, and it just stick on like that. So much more comfortable to hold, I think, and it doesn't pinch the what's it called, the edges. But I would need to get a bigger one to hold the bigger models. Those are mainly for batch producing. Yeah. But it's expensive. Like this was like $20, and this was like $14. Piece of plastic. But I guess if you don't have a 3D printer, so don't go buy a $300 3D printer to print a $14 part. Oh, there's another trick. See this? This used to be the keyboard wrist rest that I have, but now I'm using it to rest my elbow on the table because it hurts otherwise after a while. But it's been completely massacred. I think it's yeah, it's not looking wow, it looks really bad on camera. This is just paint. Russian base, Russian base. But yeah, if you were going to buy, if you haven't bought anything, Do not buy Citadel. I've learned my lesson. Um, they have the worst pot design ever, and it dried up. Oh my god! See this? This is what happens. This is a conspiracy. Oh, here. You want the paint to dry out so you keep buying it. Oh, this wash is really cool. Check this out. But basically, you need like 8 colors, a couple of washes, because you only need a black wash and like a brownish umber, that's what they call it, umber or sepia wash, like this one, which you can get like this. This is Army Painter. It's literally the same thing, but because I want to use the pot first so that, yeah, just gotta go for the right house. Um, I don't have any washes from Vallejo, but all of my like airbrush paint is Vallejo. Um, my washes are, oh, I do have a regular one, but they're mainly different colors. And this color. I've learned my lesson. Because like when you start out and you don't have anyone to like tell you what to buy, and you don't want to watch a YouTube video, 3 hour YouTube video, or a 3 hour stream, then you just go with the default one, which is the Citadel, because it's like an official Warhammer brand, I guess. But it's so bad. You would never know how bad it is until you've seen the better things. And that's the other thing. Like the washes, I meant to fill in the crevices so now you can see the detail in the piece a lot better. And if it was too dark, you can always thin it down with water. I don't really have a paint thinner that's not for airbrush, because you don't really need it. You just need water because it's acrylics. It's water soluble. Wow, I use a big word today. Okay. Look at that. Very cool. Okay. To wash, it takes a bit longer to dry. So, I'm going to use that primer to go over the metallic one here, and then the jewels, and then this base of this section of the base, and then we're done. And how long has it taken? Only took me an hour. Cool. Usually a lot faster too. I've used all my brain cells at work today, so I can't function very well. This one is okay. Steady. No. What a clip in the back thinking the wind is it has inflection. This is like seafood. So you want to figure out what I'm going to do. By the time I figure out the focus, my paint's already dried. This shit's not easy. Tree. Not. Why is it working? Oh. Oh. Shush, shush. Let's see. Ah. Okay, okay. It's something. Okay. Oh, that's a lot better. Italics. Retribution. Okay, there are some paint you should get from Citadel, and metallics are one of them. Because these two colors, this is called, this is our gold. And I'll put this in this bottle. These are the metallics you should get from Citadel because I have tried to find it elsewhere, different blend, and it doesn't even match. I have another metallic set, but none of them is this rich golden color. They're all very polished gold looking. They look very fake gold. Yeah, it looks like fake gold. This one looks like real gold. And I can't find a matching one, so just get these two Um, those two from Citadel. Okay, that's not ready. The watch is still young. Um, yes. And they're really going to tell you how to get Citadel. Because literally all the models I painted Warhammer models, they need those two colors. And with the silver metallic, you don't really need to have the Citadel colors, but it just looks a lot more like real metal to me than other brands. This is all around the that. Oh man, this autofocus is long. It's like I turn off autofocus. And it's like I was thinking of finishing him and then assemble two, and then that's it. I'm not gonna be combining anything. Just like prepping for the next one. Just trying to assemble them for assemble two. And then I list this guy for sale for $1,000. Mm. happy about making batch rats. I used to love watching batch rats. I have several pages that I painted because I was watching batch rats. It was very inspiring. Sit. I want to children's birthday party and everyone's coughing directly into my face. I have people. No, it's good. No, that's not bad. Pretty, pretty, pretty. Oh, Catherine, I need some egg cards. I cannot eat the same veg. That's not the same thing. I saw one side on Instagram about painting before. And Google it. It's a lot of things. I really like it, but the itself. Especially around the nose area. And you want to use like the side of the brush and not the tip of the brush. It should not be too weird. Let me see. Maybe that has a head. Essentially, really likes it. Okay. Mm-mm. Mm. Now, careful the mess you covered. Oh, this is where the fun part. This is my box of terrain stuff. This one I'm taking off the grasses in the box. This is where you can get a bit creative. It looks like we use coarse and then some grass tough here. So I will use that. This is the mixture that I made myself from what's it called bath salt? Not bath salt. I don't know how to pronounce it. But it's like tiny little rocks. Oh god. No, it's a big cloud one. So I just mix this stuff in here because I have a little spoon that comes in like the face mask stuff. So, and then I reuse this mixture for all of the models because I don't want to have to mix them all up every time. Because this is running low, I was gonna refill this. Can you add texture more once after finishing? Need the paint to be fresh. Yes, you can. I have done it before. Like, there are some models that I have listed on eBay for a long time, and they didn't get sold until recently. So when I brought them out from display, and I start to notice the details that I don't like about it, so I paint over it. And then after that, I need to varnish it again. Because the varnish protects that layer of paint. But yes, you can still add texture after, but you do need to keep it in a display case, or if you don't, you have to brush it with a soft brush like this, or dust it first. And I have this brush and like this makeup brush, old makeup brush. It's very soft. You use this to dust it before you add some more texture. Otherwise, when you paint it on without dusting, it will the dust will stick to the paint and it will look very bad. So yes, you can. You just have to make sure that the surface is smooth because you can't really wash it. Like you can't put it under water. I guess you can, but it's not recommended. You can unless um, it's not varnished, in which case you should not wash it under the water. But you should test it before adding more stuff. Shake, 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 shake. Time to dance. Dance on one of those pretty ones. Yeah, this is the text. This is the base. And I'll use that and then some of these touches on. Okay. It is beautiful. I need dark. Oh, this is really cool. This paste is crackle paste, which means when you spread it on, when it dries, it will crack like the desert. So it's really good for desert based theme. But this is it just seems dark. It's texture paste, but it's really good for using with paste. Before I discovered this paste, I was using Elmer's glue, and then I noticed that after a while, it will peel from this layer. It's not gonna stick. So the paste is a lot better. It's good to have like a piece of paper or something on top because you can miss it. There's another tool. I really need to organize it better. This is for this. I got two of these. One has a pointier, so that we can get into the. But this is what's it? How do you call this thing? Spatula? Spackle? No, I just call it a mini shovel. Tutorial? I don't know. I don't think I'm nearly good enough to make a tutorial. And this is just reacting to that. But maybe I will. I'll figure out how to use the computer. And just spray it on there. Like Nutella. Yummy. This is not good. No, it isn't that good. I just expect it to smell bad. You don't need a thick flavor, but you do need an even flavor. It's okay to get some of the rocks and stuff. It will look more natural. Okay, got the Nutella on. This was $10. Mm-hmm. Even mixture, and then I just go on this. And stick onto the Nutella. Okay. Mm. So if I was doing batches instead of just mix them, like do it layer by layer, and just freaking dump it in here. This is small enough. Like this, the 32 is small enough so I can just like dump them in here. I don't need to use the spoon. Nah. Mm-hmm. Now that we stick there, and now we can use glue. Any kind of tacky glue. And we can glue on these flowers. I want one. Get my tweezer. It's so cute. Alright, that's done. Now, this. Okay. Oh, I also want to show you this. This is the snow powder. You can use to mix snowflakes and stuff. But if you take out the label, it just looks like drugs. It looks really sketchy. So I have to keep this. I can't just put it in a bag like this. But I accidentally spilled this and then inhaled it because I was laughing through my nose watching something funny, and it went all in my face. Yeah, that exactly. That's why it like I can't. I have to keep this. Can't have that in like a little spoon. I swear, it's snow powder, officer. Trust me. Oh, shit. All right. Way to go. If I do say so myself. Okay, now I'm basically done with him. I just need to spray. And what do I spray? Varnish. Ta-da! Well, I bought this spray bottle in bulk, I think, and I just got a label printer, so I went crazy with a label printer. I was labeling everything. Um, I was labeling water, but this is really cool because you can just mix. Oh, this is what I do. I mix this matte varnish. This is what you want to get too. Matte varnish. This is also Vallejo. Is acrylic resin, but you have to mix it with water to spray it. Um, Otherwise, you can also use it with a brush, but spraying it is a lot better because once, because I usually just varnish it before this base is dry, but if I use a brush, it will stick to the brush. It's really annoying. So I just use a spray bottle, and the spray is a lot faster too. So yes, get matte varnish. But let's spray from afar. I'm really far away because the spray bottle smells good. There we go. Yeah. And then I just go in with a soft brush and even it out like that so it dries faster. But varnishing the base will keep everything together after it's dry. Yeah. Now the last step that I do here is use a black color in a flat brush. paint the edges of the base, just to clean it up. Especially doing the facing, mess up. Black hard. Oh. And he is done. Completion. Now we wait for him to dry. Alright. I'm gonna wash my hands. And then we will continue assembling. Maybe now I can play elevator music if I figure out how to. Oh, and a wet palette is also good, but you need to have a cover. So that it will stay moist. For the next one. Otherwise it will dry. Moist. Done. Now we assemble this guy. For that I will use 2 pairs of pliers. Snip, snip. Snip, snap. All of my killing tools. Officer. This is not suspect at all. Maybe I'll lay it out. Tools to torturing tool. It would have been more convincing if I had like a paraffin case of just this. All right. Portrait. Wait, let me put the bag of drugs on here. I did select like this stream is not for kids because if I select for kids, there's no you can't turn on chat. Wait, I also have the scissors to pull teeth. This is to grab the teeth and pull it out. Undress the victim. Oh, this is not a 32 millimeter. This is bigger. This is 40 something. 40 mil. Yeah, this is 40. But this, I think, will also fit this one. Oh, no, it doesn't fit. But this is there. Alright, time to assemble. This will take me about 30 minutes. So, be bedtime. Yeah, a lot of people actually, like, if you don't play Warhammer, people don't know that it comes in the like packet like this. Like, I have to assemble it first. So they would ask, do you just print it? I'm like, no, I assemble it. And apparently people would sell these and they would charge you assembling fees too, which that's new to me. So let me zoom in. Yoink. Zoom. Oh boy. There. Yeah. I'm professional. Professional. Oh. Instructions. You just have it there and follow instructions. Oh, neat. This is Games Workshop Limited 2019. And it has limited. This is also the part where I would decide if I should keep some parts separately before gluing them on, because it will obscure certain parts that needs to be painted. So I actually prefer to assemble than printing it. Hi, Lily. Hi, Lasagna. Lasagna makes the best cupcakes ever. Did you get sick when you got back from the party? I got so sick. So the children were coughing everywhere. Oh yeah, these files are really cool. Oh good. These files has different angles. Oh, so this is a flat one for flat surface. This is like triangular. I got this from the local hobby store. And there's also a brown one, but I cannot find it because I need to reassemble and to organize my drill. This has like a tip that you can file the inside that this can get to. But the round one is actually the most useful because for an area like this, you can sand away the injection mold line, but you can also keep the shape, which is really cool. This is the part where you use the sprue glue tool, which I will show you. Okay. Probably the best trick I've learned from the community is the sprue glue, which is this. This is extra thin cement, Tamio cement, but you see that it's gray because I mixed it with sprue, which is this. So you just recycle this part. When you cut all that out, you just have a frame left. You just cut it in small pieces like this, and then you put it in the cement, and then it will become um, like a mixture that you can glue on the parts. But I don't use it for gluing on the parts. I use it to fill in the gaps. Like it will literally melt that plastic, and you can paint it on. It's really cool. I don't use it to glue it on. I use this. I use the plastic glue, but you can also use this is Citadel, but you can also use other brands too. I like it. It has this nozzle, but sometimes this nozzle can get really tricky because if it's dried up, you can't really clean it because it's so small. So you really do have to make sure you put the cap back on every time. But if it has a nozzle, you can go into the gaps. Really easily. Okay, so now you see how there's a gap here that you can't really get any closer. That's where this glue comes from. Comes in. So I just grab some of these and put the feet in the ground. And once it's dried, it will melt plastic together and the gap will disappear. How cool is that? And all it took was toxic fumes. Yes. Honestly, it smells really good. And it's probably why I don't have any brain cells left. It smells good. I have a lab at work that I was pushed to move into a storage unit, a storage closet that they have. And so nobody knows I'm in there because it's a storage unit. And it's like right next to bathrooms. We hear everybody flushing. And then one time, this lady came in to grab something from the storage unit. She's like, "Oh, what are you doing here?" I'm like, "I work here." And she goes, "Don't you smell like spray paint?" I'm like, "No, that's not a thing." And she said, "Why don't you walk outside and walk back in?" I, I don't want to sniff it, but it just smells very bad. It has like all kinds of like warning labels and stuff. And the lady was like, "Why don't you come outside and go back in?" And I walked outside and walked back in. Oh, you're right. It does smell like spray paint. Apparently, somebody was spray painting in the building, and the storage unit is like the exit vent for that room. And so I was like, "Oh, I wonder why it was so woody. I wanted activating poison." But I was so used to fumes here. I don't spray paint indoors, which, yes, don't do that. But I'm so used to smelling chemicals. I'm not good for you. I know it's not good for you, but I smell probably trying to take to more people. I imagine when I'm doing batch paint, this is going to be times 10 and smaller. And I have to think about what weapons I need to pick from each of the models, because each of the batch of the army has different loadouts. And so I have to pick which one is the strongest, or should I just go with the box weapons? Usually I just go with box weapons because I don't use them to play anymore. I don't know. I'm taking the time, I think. Because I do want to play slime launcher. now this is a step for the cape. And it looks like the cape covers a lot of his legs. So I'm going to leave it on like this. And then just put the rest on. Oh, not to mention, like when you sand these plastic bits, the microplastic goes into your nostrils. And you see that right up. But at this point, I feel like I'm half microplastic. It's just gonna make me stronger. Oh yeah, yeah. This color, it really does. Yeah, the borderline. I looked at. Yeah, this is gonna cost a lot. Like this is the color that they want us to use. But you see how it's not really the same? I don't know. This feels a lot mm, brighter. So I'm thinking of using that as like a layer. But this sun yellow matched a bit better. Oh yeah, that's another thing too when you start to, if you follow the color scheme that they recommend on the Games Workshop website, it will literally not match what it looks like in real life. Like for example, this color, Balthasar Gold, if you go in the Games Workshop where it says apply to Balthasar Gold, it does not look like this color at all. But they say, oh, this is where Balthasar Gold goes. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is another trick that I use. Um, yeah, yeah, I think they use some, I think this is after the wash, but this on the armor looks more orange. So I do have this gold yellow and the sun yellow. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to see, yeah, because it will end up a different color anyway. I do have a lot of yellow. Which is funny because a lot of yellows look just like neon colors to me. It's like orange to me. Mm. Mm. Let's go back. Just flip off. This jetpack, really cool. The jetpack looks different. Okay. I know what this story is. I'm familiar. Hmm. Oh, yes, I do actually. Um, before I was doing, before I started painting miniatures, I was assembling metal earths models. I have a bunch of those, but I mainly assemble it and then I give it away as like gifts to people. I assemble a bunch of those. Those were actually insane. That it's so small, and you have to bend each of the joints that it connects. And then when I first started, my first metal oak model was like I didn't know there's like different level of difficulty. So I picked the Star Wars the Jawas ship, and it was like max difficulty, and I'm like I do not have the autism level to do this. But it turns out I did. I just need to find an easier one first. Yeah, I gave a bunch of those away. I have a lot. They just make really cool gifts. Yeah, I didn't know they have different levels. I assembled a bunch of things. The White House, the Hogwarts, the Hagrid house, R2D2. I gave to my uncle. He's a big Star Wars nerd. And I think the last one I stopped was the C3PO because that thing is the bitch and half to assemble. I think I still have the rest of it. Yeah, the pyramid. Yeah, I should have. But the hobby store down Colonial and Mills and everything right across, it has it's across from the matcha place. They have a lot of metalwork stuff and metalwork models, and they're cheaper as well. But for that, you don't need glue. You just need a plier, a needle point plier, and this zipper to cut it. Oh, I also did the Millennium Falcon too. I think I still have that post on my Instagram a while back. Where I was doing miniature houses. That's how I started. and then I got to Middle Earth and Legos. Should start, usually people start with Legos, but those were a lot more expensive. I actually have two Lego sets I need to assemble. I just don't have time. And then also a lot of the pieces. Because I cannot sniff glue on Legos. On when I bought the acrylic paint set from Monument Heights. Yes, Monument Heights. They include a sticker. Like a warning sticker says don't eat the paint. I put it in here. I have like, as though that's gonna stop me. That sign can't stop me because I can't read. Oh. Mhm. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. I really like when they have a display of the bracelet to monitor systems. Data system monitor, like Ben 10. You can watch, and then you can use a lot of code in one code. I want to assemble him today, and then I'll do painting him tomorrow. Yes. I already painted one today. I actually finished one. So after today, tomorrow I'm going to photograph. Oh, let me show you this. This is what I was painting before. Yeah. Um, this is Calgar. I varnished him and based him today. So tomorrow morning I'm going to take give him a photo shoot, and then list him for sale. He's so angry. I have so many backgrounds. After I give him a photo shoot, I will post him as the final results. Usually I'll clean the head that puts me first. So I look at him. Oh yeah, this is cool. Yeah, I did. I painted it. I painted it. Right. I have 3 other people as witness. They're watching me. Oh, I'll show you this. Nail holders. Fake nails. Small parts. Blue tack. Slap them on there. And then you can hold it and paint it. And you hold it here. Let it dry. Pretty cool. Innovation. Yeah, these are really cool because we have 10 fingers, hopefully. You can buy this. I have 2 of this. I lost the other 2 things. It's magnetic too, so it stays on. And you have 10 of these, so then you can put the small parts on it. Like glue tack. And it was like $4 on Amazon. And honestly, if it was marketed as miniature painting components or tools or whatever, it would have been like 20. Think of like using makeup sponge. I'm not makeup sponge, the cleaning pad for um, what's it called? The brushes, makeup brush. We have it like girls have been using that forever. But the moment it's marketed as miniature painting, they know they can charge the guys more, and so they charge like $20 for the same thing. So I'm telling them like, just like look up makeup stuff. He's been perfecting his art since the dawn of time. I've been doing it. Almost done. Two more steps. And you'll be let go. No more holding hostages with my torture device. Hmm. Keep going. Hmm. Well, I've never seen that setup here before. I've never seen a gun over like an over shoulder gun in any of the space marine. It's pretty interesting. This goes all in his backpack. I mean, jetpack. Oh, and there's a tank here. So this must be, what kind of weapon is this? Okay, projectile. It's not a flamethrower. Why does it have a tank here? Like a charging thing. There's cables here. Huh. I will have to read on his lore. This is interesting. And cleaning out the rocks. Next time I will figure out how to flip the camera that is pressed side up and then figure out how to play music at the same time. So you don't have to hear my computer background noise. Mm. Oh, and also when you assemble, make sure you dry fit it first before you put the glue on. Because then if you put the glue on first, you have to figure out the orientation of the parts, and then you get glue over your fold it. And this glue in particular, it's not really the glue for like super glue, it's a plastic melt thing in the paper. So it literally melt the plastic and fuse it together in one piece. So you want to be sure before you put the glue on. I've done it before. All of these tips are from mistakes I've made, the poison I have absorbed. Mm, mm, put some poison here. Joints. Mm-hmm. Uh, the head, body, and the cape you paint after assembling it to the base. Yes, yes, you can. So the reason why I do that was because he's standing like that. He's standing with his light, so and then you can see there's a lot of open area that you can see. But if it's like bends where you can't really reach underneath without um, the base being in the way, then I will paint it before I put it on the base. But because of these, the stands they're having, I would do that first. Yeah, this base is 40 millimeter. This guy is, I don't know, maybe 60. And there's a smaller one too. The standard one is 32, which is like the regular for like a army. And because the cape is obscuring the back, it will cover all of that. Oh, that's great. That's really. Oh, great. Oh, the cape goes underneath this cable. So I would have to finagle it in there somehow after I paint it. So what I'll do is I'll keep one contact point here, and then this part I have to cut off, and then just keep and cut this blue base here so you have this hold. See, that's not hold. Yeah. See? Now you can hold it and paint it without touching it. But oh my god, how do I get in there? Oh crap. I guess I have to put this arm off or something. Oh no! Okay, I'm gonna try. It's supposed to be like this. Oh, this is a puzzle, huh? They're challenging me. Little did they know I am challenged. Oh god, this is bad. This is really bad. Okay, I will have to take this off. Yeah. Ah, there we go. Okay, so I have to do that. I have to paint the cape first, then this, no, then underneath, well actually, paint underneath first, then the cape, and then this over, like that. Oh my god. Wow. Wow. Interesting. Over. Yes, so we're gonna do. And then there's the next here. Okay, I will make it work. Otherwise, how the hell am I gonna paint this cake? Oh, let me show you. The biggest one I've ever done. I sold it for $330, and it was my competition, my first competition piece for the last November, in an event called Thanksgiving, where you can only paint monster or tank. So I picked a monster, and his name is Angron, and he's always angry. Uh, and I entered the competition. We have to play it first, but um, each player, each person can have three different votes for the models they think looks the best, right? So they give us a piece of paper. So write down the number of the model that you think looks the best. You're supposed to pick one of your own in there and two other people. My dumbass didn't even think about like voting for myself. So I was like, okay, let me take a walk around, see which model looks best. And I picked three other models that I didn't even think about mine. And I got second place, and I lost by one vote, and that vote was my own. Like, that's the most me thing that could ever happen. And like the guy that works there who like, was moderating it, he came to me and he whispering to me and said, "Just so you know, you lost by one vote. Oh, did you vote for yourself?" And I'm like, "What? You're supposed to vote for yourself?" I'm like, "Nobody told me the rules. Like, you're not supposed to be able to do that." But like the winners get a really cool token that I really wanted. But they gave me some like participation tokens. Like these Thanksgiving. These are participation tokens, which everybody got. This is another event. Everybody got participation token, but I wanted the other token. Oh wow! I got the community vote. Thanks for trying. Yeah. Okay, I think we're done for today, y'all. Let me see. Um, okay. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. All four of you. I love you so much for watching and listening to me yap. I will see you tomorrow. We will paint him and be blinded by the yellow color because I will have a very hard time deciding which yellow. So, see ya. Goodbye.